Hey everybody, just getting ready to start the show very soon. So we got a couple of minutes, getting my cards ready, getting you guys ready, and we'll be right back. I gotta find something. Hey Dana, Jennifer, how are you guys? I am like high as a kite today, and it's all high on life. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm ready to bust out of my skin. I've got so much energy and excitement. Hey, Andrew, I haven't seen you in forever and a day. You've been in Kentucky.
5 minutes until showtime.
Let's see here. These are like what we're going to be doing today. Let me be right back. Oh my gosh. Hey, Connie. My gosh. Let's see who is here. I've got to gather all my things. I feel I've got like this really pretty orange dress on. I'll show you. Oh, it's really cute. I love it. I'm going to like kind of rebrand myself a little bit.
Until showtime.
So bringing in the oranges as well. Oranges and greens is so pretty. I love it. Had to get my little pendulum. Hey, Tiffany. Let's see. Dana, she is so cute. I just love that girl. Cute as a button. How cute can a button be? Talk to Dana. She can tell you how cute a button can be. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I love it. I got it at Ross. It was like, I don't know, like $10 or something like that. It was not that serious. No, I think it was $9, something like that. I was really, really surprised. So of course I had to get it. Mary, hello. Good morning. Everybody gets to enjoy my energy today. I feel like I woke up as a brand new woman. I had some interesting dreams last night, or I should say this morning, that I woke up before the alarm, which is always nice because then I know I'm roaring and ready for a day. I'm going to see. We're going to be starting really shortly. So excited. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm very excited. George is there, an old classmate of mine. I have to remember I have to like toggle back and forth and then use my little mouse because last week I didn't realize so many people were talking and I had no idea because I was so busy talking. As I love to do. It's like my favorite subject, talking. I have an A for effort in talking. I'm so excited. If you guys want to participate or chat a little bit, you can definitely call at 347-989-8086. And I will be toggling back and forth so that if you are waiting, I will be able to participate and see what you're up to. Let's see here. Where am I?
2 minutes until showtime.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, your bird is talking back. That's awesome. I love that. That's exciting. Trying to see if my phone is going to catch up and see where I'm at. I don't know. I definitely look different from this morning, just an hour and a half ago when I was still in my PJs. So showered up. Not too bad. All right. Well, I'm not going to be able to see what I wanted to see. I don't know what's going on with the internet, or not even the internet, with Facebook, because I can't download the shows anymore, and I don't understand why. So if anybody has an idea, oh, there we are. I've been trying to figure it out. And I can't seem to get a grip on it. Normally, I've been able to do things
until showtime,
and for some reason, I cannot. So I don't know what's up with that. So if anybody has any clue, hey, Barbara, Oh my gosh, Billy is there. I'm so excited. We're going to have fun today. Almost there. We've got 51 seconds. And then it starts up. Is everybody hearing me okay? I feel like I'm screaming, but I'm not. I'm just loud. A loud person. From Vegas. I know. My cousin Barbara lives in Vegas. I told her because I was talking to her earlier today. I'm going to have to do a business trip out in Vegas. She's been talking me up to all of her friends at work. So I'm going to have to, bite the bullet. Somebody's got to do it and travel all the way to Vegas and do some angel parties and stuff. Help people out. So that's pretty cool. I love that.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
People are always saying, you'll never make it.
Don't listen to them.
You feel weak and have lost all your courage.
Be brave. Be bold.
Guess what? It all ends right now. Welcome to Just Rita, a show that empowers women all over the world to be the best version of themselves. No matter where you come from, that will not dictate who you will be in life. Join your host, Rita Doman, right now and learn that you can have it all because you know you are worthy of all those goodies in life and want to make your life shine. It's just in time. It's just for you. It's just that simple. It's Just Rita. Now, here is your host of the Just Rita radio show, Rita Doman.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter where you are in the world, I want to welcome you in to the Just Rita Real Talk live radio show. We're here live on Facebook. We're on Blog Talk Radio as well as JustRitaRealTalk.com. So if you're at that website, you just click on listen and you'll be able to do so. And then here we are on Facebook, entertaining each other, joining in the conversation. I'm so glad that you are all here. If you do want to talk to me, you can always call in to the Blog Talk Radio number, and I will be toggling back and forth to make sure that I'm catching your call. It's 347-989-8086. Rita Lee is there. Echo is there. I can't pronounce your first name. So I'm really excited. Oh my gosh. Billy, Barbara, Connie, Mary, Dana, Tiffany, George. Who else am I missing? I said Connie, Andrew, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know, everything is shifting and changing. Did anybody notice the energy in the air yesterday? Did anybody notice that when you were trying to do something, you were kind of stopped and your train of thought had to be shifted a little bit? Hey, Jason. Yesterday, there must have been a flux of energy that was affecting a lot of things. I was sitting down to work at the computer. Everything that I ever tried to do yesterday was not happening. My sound went out. I couldn't work programs the way I normally do. Even when I was on my way to a meeting yesterday, I was listening to Pandora in the car. That stopped working. It was almost like I had to cut away from all the electronics and just be with myself, which sometimes can be a little scary. But I noticed with other conversations that I was having with other people, they were experiencing the same thing. A lot of different things were happening. It is a Mercury retrograde. That is true, Connie. And that's what I thought. But Mercury retrograde doesn't always have to be bad, but it's a shift of energy. It's something where you need to go within a little bit and be quiet and sit with yourself or cut away from something. And yesterday it was going twofold, I'm telling you. So my speakers went out on my computer yesterday. I was listening, then all of a sudden I couldn't hear anything. I'm looking around. I left, went to my meeting, came back to figure it out. It worked for a minute and then out again. I moved some wires and I was like, oh, I got to buy new speakers. So I put them in today. Everything's working beautifully. I can hear people. So that's amazing too. So just start to notice what's happening around you. If you are being stopped in any way over and over and you're trying to press through and push through and fight through, it's time for you to stop and look around you, take in a breath, and then start to shift and change what you're doing. So you might have to take a break from whatever it is and then start to move forward. So that is something that I learned that I had to do yesterday. And it just has been something else. And just to really tap into the energies and just calm yourself, just relax a little bit more, to be quite honest. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're all here. Let me tell you. Hey, Andy, haven't seen you forever and a day either. So anyway, a lot of big changes are happening. And I started this conversation last week and I want to continue this conversation. And we'll probably go through a series of new beginning conversations because a lot of people are doing a lot of new things. A lot of people are breaking away from relationships. They're breaking away from jobs. They're breaking away from, maybe the town that they're living in, a group of friends. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Hey, Ken, there is always endings when new beginnings are starting. And so now that everybody knows, in our family, my husband and I are going through a divorce. And so that is something where, it's an ending. It's a painful ending. It is also an exhilarating beginning at the same time. It's also very scary. There's a lot of things happening. And as this past week, I've been like a roller coaster, up and down on a yo-yo, and you're up and you're down. Hey, Ken, I'm so glad that you are here, going up and down. And when you can sit back and take a breath for a second, of course, you have to have your support system, right? You can start to see a bigger picture. And you kind of already know about the bigger picture, but when you finally give yourself permission to move forward, that is something different, right? It's not as daunting or taunting. It can be and it can't be. It all depends on how you look at it. Now today, I woke up, I'm high as a kite, I'm loving life, I'm enjoying myself, starting to make plans, things are coming together. Tomorrow, who knows, right? Every day is different. Every day is an up and down when you are making big changes. And a lot of times, these big changes have to do with relationship, right? And relationship is just not, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. Relationships are friends, businesses, companies, jobs, groups, different type of people that you hang out with. There's all different types of relationships. And not sometimes, this is a big time right now where people are starting to make decisions. It's still the beginning of the new year. People are deciding what's for their highest good, what is not, and making their shifts and changes so that they can continue on in their journey and move forward into the new year and have a successful year. And so one of my things was giving myself the permission to be divorced, giving myself the permission to be happy and to live the life that I've always wanted to live. And it's scary, right? It's not even uncomfortable because most of us live in an uncomfortable world. Most of us are always like uncomfortable no matter what it is that we're doing, right? So when you start something new, they say, well, if you're uncomfortable, then you're on the right track. Well, we live in a world that is extremely uncomfortable. How many people are uncomfortable all the time? I know I'm uncomfortable all the time. We go through a lot of different things. You got your bills, your money issues, you've got, the winter time, you've got the spring coming, the cleanup time. We always start to stress ourselves out. We're always kind of uncomfortable. And so we stay uncomfortable. We resign ourselves to feel uncomfortable. So when people say, if you're uncomfortable, you're on the right track, I disagree now because we are so used to it. It's like our everyday life of being uncomfortable. When you are terrified and you are scared and you are literally taking a step into this blank canvas that you know nothing about, it's like, holy cow, what do you do, right? And it's something where it's okay that you can start to create and design, because that's where you are going to flourish. When you are terrified and scared and you have no idea what's coming out the other side. Ken, I totally appreciate that, but this is a good thing. And my husband and I are leaving and parting as friends, and it's all going to be amicable. It's going to be really good for us. We're going to be great friends. We just can't be together anymore. But I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer. So this is something where when you are starting to become terrified, it's almost like you get into this rebirthing of yourself. Something new is starting to happen for you. Hey, Emily and Debbie. So this is the thing where I want you to start looking at what it is that you're doing. Now, here's the other part of it, right? We have emotions. We have emotions. And a lot of times people do not deal with how they feel, what their emotions are going through. They don't feel like they can share it. They feel like people are like, get over it. You know, you're being too sensitive. You have, you know, this going on, that going on, whatever the case may be, right? But if you look at somebody who deals with their emotions and lets them shine, lets them come out in front of other people, and then you look at the other people who swallow them down, keep them stuffed down to their toes, you can tell who is the most unhappy. And the ones who cannot express themselves and share their emotions, all that stuff is trapped inside of them. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to feel. They don't want to impose on someone else. Me, I impose on everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't help it. I'm somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve, and this is just how I operate. I can't be in a place where I can keep everything a secret, because I'm one of those introverted, extroverted people. When I'm introverted, it's where I'm by myself because I've given my all and I need to like refill myself up. But then that extroverted part of me wants to share what I'm going through, wants to tell people what's going on, because we're all going through it together. We're all going through our own stuff. We're all having new beginnings. We're ending a lot of different things. And that is the part where it's so important to share what one is going through. I think when you start to do that, for one, you are setting yourself up for success. If you don't share what you're going through and you don't share what's happening, I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're literally going to be by yourself, feeling bad about yourself, feeling sorry for yourself, and you are ultimately going to suffer. But if you share yourself and you share your experiences, you share your emotions, you are going to be able to release that energy, that pent up stuff that's being stuck. You don't want to grow old into a crotchety old person, right? Somebody who is like angry all the time. Hey, Julia, you want to be somebody who is happy and free to express. Not everybody's life goes perfect. You have your ups and you have your downs, your highs and lows. It's a roller coaster. When we came to this earth, we signed up for the roller coaster ride. And I'm telling you, this is what we're doing. And right now I'm going down, picking myself back up, getting ready for the swirly twirlies that I have no idea what's in store. But I do know that everything is starting to come together. One of the inspirations that I shared on my blog this week was one life to live and one life to give. It was about a mountain where there was somebody on top. The other person was climbing up the mountain. The one on top was extending his arm and his hand to reach for the other person to pull him up on top. And as I think about my own life, what I'm going through and what other people are going through, the people who are brave enough and vulnerable enough to reach out their hand to be pulled up to the top of the mountain is somebody who has got a tremendous support system, that you are willing to say, I can't do it all by myself. I need help to get to the very top. And that is what I'm doing. I'm reaching, I'm extending, and I am being lifted up to the top of the mountain so that I can keep moving forward. And that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening when I'm sharing my story. So each and every one of you can start to look at your stories differently, experience what you're doing differently. If you are climbing that mountain and there's nobody at the top to help you up, and you're struggling, who's to say that you're going to even make it to the top? What if you just quit and say, you're like a foot away or inches away and you're like, I can't do it. So I am giving up. I'm going to go climb back down. Hopefully I'll make it okay. I won't hit my head and I'll be good to go, right? But you'll never get up there. And then you're going to beat yourself up because if only you would have just said, yes, I will take your help. And then you could be in a whole different place, right? So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm leaving my home. This was my husband's home before we got married. This is something I always said, if we never really made it, I would never take your home. I would never do that to you. And so I'm keeping my word on that, even though I've been here for, we've been together for 17 years. We've been married 14. I mean, it's been a long time I've made this my home. And so it's scary. I'm turning 50 in July. It's scary to be this age and deciding to give myself permission to be happy for the rest of my life, to branch out like a butterfly, struggling to get out of the cocoon, so that way I can spread my wings and fly. And I'm taking an investor's real estate class with my girlfriend, my best friend Mary, and Tuesday was a crazy day for both of us. And so she's like, I can't make it. I'm somewhere else with my daughter. You go to class and I'll catch up later. I'm like, okay, great. So I was tired. I was busy doing a bunch of stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go. So I'm in front of the computer and something that, not something. My guides are telling me, Rita, you've got to get in the shower and get to class. So I was like, oh my God, I don't really want to go. They're like, I promise you, you are not staying home tonight. You are getting in the shower and going to class. So I did. I got in the shower, went to class. I started driving on my way, listening to music, having fun. And I'm going to a real estate investors class, right? So I'm learning about investing, learning about flipping houses, learning about all this kind of stuff. So I'm with a ton of people who deal with real estate on a daily basis, rentals, flips, all this kind of stuff. And as I'm driving in, my guides are telling me, you're going to talk about your divorce and you're going to talk about you need a cottage for one, right? And I was like, what? I don't want to do that, because I've gone through all this other stuff. It's like, oh my God, Rita. So anywho, they're like, you're just going to do it. It's fine. And so as I'm coming in, my friends are there signing me in and I'm talking, they're like, hey, what's going on? How's your weekend? Blah, blah, blah. And then I shared with them that I was getting divorced and I was looking for a cottage for one, that I'm planning to be moving out in the next few months. And I need a nice little quiet place, cottage for one, where there's water and trees. And my girlfriend Celeste is like, her eyes bug out and she's like, oh my God, you're kidding me, right? I go, no. She goes, when are you planning on moving? I'm like, I don't know. No later than June, like in the next few months for sure. And she's like, we need to talk. So we actually ended up talking during the class. And it was something where she has, which I'm going to see her on Saturday, this cottage for one, which is on the Fox River, surrounded by woods. It's very private, has its own little pier and little beach and all these wonderful things. And as soon as she said that, my eyes flinged open even wider. And it was almost like bright lights. And it was like, oh my God. And I said, you are going to be my saving grace. So as she was telling me about it, I went and sat down and I was just like gathering myself and I could just envision, right? Now, I don't know what the house looks like. I don't know anything. But I envisioned myself sitting on my Adirondack chairs, looking at the water with these two trees in front of me, there's like space. And so as we were talking, I didn't tell her what I was thinking or what I was seeing in my mind's eye. And so she's like, I think I have a picture of kind of what it looks like and I'll show you. So when she showed me, I was like, you have got to be kidding. this scene right here is what I just saw in my head. She's like, you're kidding me. So of course, then she starts to cry a little bit because then she knows that she's on track with what she wants, because she wants to go on a year road trip to discover things and discover things for herself as well. And it's like, oh my gosh, when things start to come together and you open yourself up and you're ready to go, everything starts to come into play. Everything starts to work for your highest good. And when you open yourself up and you share, that means somebody else gets to come in and help you reach out their arm to their hand to yours and pull you up on top of the mountain so you can be in a space where you need to be and be fully supported. My vehicle last week finally said goodbye. I loved my van. It was amazing. And it was finally time to put her to the pasture because she was ready to, the transmission was ready to go. And I didn't even realize how rusty it was underneath. And it was literally coming off in chunks. So it was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I got this really cool car that I can afford. And it was like, it had just come in right from somewhere. It was a leased car, so many miles on it, has a sunroof, which I have not had for a long time. And I completely missed having it. Being in a nice, cute little car, I completely missed, and I didn't realize how much I missed. Like, everything is starting to come together. I can talk through the car on my phone, which means I don't ever have to worry about having that phone in my hand and getting pulled over anymore. So that's good news. And it's just, things are starting to come together. People are coming in front of me so that I can get the things that I need. You know, my person who I'm using for a divorce, she is somebody who I've been networking with. So that is a saving grace. I have an insurance person who's going to help me with my health insurance. So she is a saving grace. I have a financial person who I network with as well. And so she's going to help me when all that stuff comes to an end and things are split up that way. So it's like everything is happening right now for my highest good. And it's because I am sharing my journey. I am choosing not to suffer by myself or feel sorry for myself. Now, that doesn't mean I haven't cried and carried on, right? It doesn't mean that at all. Because trust me, I have. This is a long relationship. This is something that I'm choosing and deciding to stop so that I can move over and start living the life that I'm supposed to be living. So there's a lot of crazy emotions that come up, things that, breaking myself from this house, breaking myself from, like my animals, like I'm going to have to start to share them, and they're going to stay here with my husband and I get to come and visit and be with them. It's a lot of different things that I am starting to set myself up for so that I can start to move forward in my life and do the things that I'm supposed to do. Each and every one of us have a journey. We all have a journey. There's something we came to this earth to learn. There's something that we came to do. And I am now getting back on track. Not even getting back on track. I am like moving forward onto it because I'm ready to go. I've passed my classes. I'm graduating from college. And now I'm going to take myself on the road and go. Right? How cool is that? So it's like there's things that you learn in all of that. Now, here's the other thing, too. You want to make sure that we, don't get so angry and upset and like filled with turmoil that we start to hate everything or regret everything or say this was a mistake or any of those things like we do, because it's always easier to beat ourselves up, beat somebody else up. This goes for, like a job. People are at jobs for very long periods of time, and then all of a sudden, either they're downsized or they quit or they get fired or something happens. And, people are left, with all these emotions. See, Christina's there, Terry's there, Brian's there. It's like all of these things they leave you with all these emotions, and these emotions get stored inside of your body. And if you don't release them and let them out, they just fester and fester and fester. And that's how people turn into this angry, bitter human being. And when I am old, I want to be this happy-go-lucky, crazy Rita who is, still dancing to bebop, techno, rap, you know what I mean? Music, like still having fun, being silly, enjoying kids around me and having fun with all of that and, doing crazy stuff, exploring, traveling, all those things. And as I share myself, it allows other people to be open and vulnerable. It almost gives people permission to be human. And it's funny because we are beings inside of a human suit, right? We wear this suit like oxygen. When our astronauts travel, they have their suit so that they can go out in space and breathe. This is our suit so that we can move about the earth and breathe in and participate in and be noticed and acknowledged. And when we pass on, our soul leaves. Everybody is like, we don't recognize a person as a soul until they pass away. But we're a soul right now. And when we can acknowledge and realize that our lives right now is our journey, and whatever you're going through, whatever it is that you're doing, it is the perfect time. It is the perfect scenario. It's the perfect lesson, even though we go through really tough times. Crazy stuff happens. And let me tell you, I understand a lot of different things, a lot of different scenarios. A lot of people go through a lot of horrific tragedies. I understand that. However, in hindsight, when you're looking back on it, you can see the lesson in all of it. And that's the part where you learn what you needed to learn. You realize what you needed to learn. You realize that you can move forward in your life. You can move forward doing what you need to do. Isn't that something? You want to appreciate where you were. So for instance, I appreciate my husband. I appreciate the time that we had together. I appreciate him adopting my son when he was young. I appreciate him giving us the life that we had. I appreciate all those things. I appreciate that he still continues to do that. I appreciate, all that stuff. Do we get along right now? No. Do we get along better as friends? Absolutely. We can totally communicate and be with each other as friends, but on a relationship level, we don't. And we know that. And so now we've decided it's time to part ways. And so now we're both making the adjustments, to making the decisions and doing the things that we need to do. Because you don't have to always be in this angry situation in order to move forward. You can still be friends. You can still be able to call upon each other. You can still use a job as a reference if you don't, burn the bridge, right? You can still, talk to a friend even though you really don't participate or hang out with them that much anymore. You can still go to a group or a club even though you don't really communicate all the time and participate all the time. Everybody shifts and changes. And one of the biggest things I absolutely love is this poem, Footprints. I know everybody knows about it. I talk about it all the time, but people are literally in our lives for a period of time, literally a period of time. And they're always in our life for a reason. They're always in our life to teach us something. They're always in our life. They're the best teachers that we have. And if we can acknowledge that and realize that, it is unbelievable. And that's the biggest thing. It's like, this is the conversation I want to have, because there's too many of us who get angry. Like, I could be like, I am never going to be with another man again, or I will never be in another relationship, or I'll never do this, or I'll never do that. Well, honestly, completely unrealistic, right? Do I want my time to heal? Yes. Do I want to discover Rita? Yes, I do. Because I'm also contemplating where I'm going to put my name. Like, what am I going to do with my name? Am I going to stay Rita Doman? Or am I going to go to my birth name that I've never been able to utilize? And I'm thinking about doing that. But then I think about everything else of what I've created and started to create. So Everybody knows Rita Doman, and not too many know Rita Frame, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go with that. But it all depends on what I do and how I feel, but it's not something I need to rush into. It's something that I am thinking about. There's so many opportunities, so many different things that is coming to me. You know, with my business, with the angel card readings, that is taking off like crazy. People are contacting me all the time for readings and angel parties. I just did one last night, and I've got another one tomorrow. I've got another one next week. I've got people contacting me all the time now. And it's like all of a sudden, I have lifted this veil over me and said, come and take me. I'm ready to go. And that is the amazing, because a lot of times too, women, strong women, will start their life this late in the game. It's not even late. It's really still early. Because if you think about it, I'm turning 50, but I still have a good 40, 50 years ahead of me, right? So, oh my gosh, can you imagine? I spent the first 50 years of my life learning and growing and going through so many wonderful things that I get to help other people express themselves and deal with their stuff. And then I got the next 50 years having fun and helping more people touch more lives, do more things than I can ever imagine. Like, my gifts are growing stronger and stronger every day. The more I put myself into spirit, into faith, I become stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, do I still worry about things? Oh my gosh, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, my son still lives with us. So it's like, I feel like I'm leaving him, even though he's 26, and he's like, Mom, you've got to take care of you. Oh my gosh, hold on. He's like, you've got to take care of yourself. He's like, you cannot worry about me. I will take care of me and worry about me. So I'm like, okay. He's like, if you keep bothering me about this, I'm going to get really mad. And I hate it when he gets mad. So there's things like that where it's normal. It's natural. You have to let them out. If you feel like crying because an ending is happening, cry. If you're a man, and men, you're listening, cry. It's okay to cry. Don't be, like somebody who cries over everything, but allow your emotions to come through. Allow yourself to cry about something. Allow yourself to feel the breakup of the job, of the relationship, of a friend, whatever the case may be, right? Allow that to happen. A lot of times guys feel like they have to be strong and tough, and they can't, show their emotions. That's a lot of reason why people get divorced, because the women are so open and vulnerable and emotional. Men can't handle it. They can't express themselves that way. They haven't been taught to express themselves that way. And then they cannot participate. It's really hard to participate with the woman. And that's one of the things where it's really difficult. So if you're listening, start to show your emotions. If you feel bad about something, let them know. Let them, feel that part of you. Let them realize that you are human and you do care. Because if you are stone cold faced and you don't show the emotion, you literally feel like you don't care about us. And so that's when we start to shift and change our thoughts and move on and do those kinds of things. So it really is something else. I can't believe it's already 1:30, right? Time is flying by like there's nobody's business. I keep toggling back and forth. So if anybody wants to add to this conversation, again, you are more than welcome to pop on. And again, the number is 347-989-8086. If there's something that you've ever wanted to do, like a hobby you wanted to pick up, like maybe painting or gardening or, I don't know, traveling, or what is there, seeing Rita Doman for your angel card readings and stuff, right? If you ever needed something like that, I'm right here for you. It's something that you can start to do. Start making decisions for you and what's for your highest good, instead of always living for somebody else, because you can only live for yourself. And if you're not happy, whole, and complete with yourself, you can't be whole and complete with somebody else. There was oh my gosh, I have this little holder and it's messing with me because I've pulled on it too much. All right. Anywho, there was another one. No, I don't want to leave the page. Oh my gosh. There was another quote that I wanted to say, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. And a lot of times too, when things are coming to an end, or you're hanging on to something because you're afraid, you know, be afraid of not taking the chances that you are willing to take in the first place. And then another one was be grateful for what you had and what you've learned, so that way you don't become an angry little person, those kinds of things. You know, a lot of times we feel like when we're getting into the thick of things, one day we've got it figured out and other days we don't. We feel like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do, right? And can we do this? Yes, we can do it. So don't let yourself get crazy. All right, I'm going to call our angels forward. So this is for all of us. Whatever we are all going through, we're doing the angel cards here. This one first. I'm going to pull a couple of cards. So this is for all of us. My gosh, I just love doing these cards, honestly. And there's the 3. Okay. All right, so we've got our angel cards. I pulled 3 of them. Those are what's coming out. We're going to do our crystal cards, what we need. So let me get a few of those. And again, I'm tuning into all of you today, right now. All of us, what we really need to hear. There's another thing too. You know, one of the things that I did find yesterday when I was doing angel reading party is a lot of us like to hold on and we like to suffer. We like to, so to speak, take the Band-Aid off really slow, where we feel every single hair pulling. You know how painful that is, how much that hurts and stings, and it like makes us, it takes us forever to get that Band-Aid off. We need to just rip those Band-Aids right off. If there's something that you are like toying with and you're trying to make a decision, you're not quite sure, you've got to rip the Band-Aid off because you already know what to do. You're just afraid to take that action. We're doing these cards as well. I love them. These fairy cards are like amazing. I love them. Okay, so 3 cards there. So we've got 3 angels, 2 crystals, and then 3 fairies. And we are going to go with the angels first. Okay, so enchantment. I love this card. So right now they're telling us that there is literally magic all around us. And we have to remember that we live in a magical world. We can create, we can manifest anything that we want. We just have to get ourselves straight. We have to quiet the mind. We have to release the negativity, the anger. We have to breathe and just realize how much magic is around us. Remember a time when you were young and you can entertain yourself and you talk to yourself and everything was magical all around you. That's where you need to be, in that state of mind, okay? Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are telling you a lot right now. So one of the things that I dreamt this morning was I had a baby, but the baby was me. And when I was holding the baby and playing with the baby and I was saying how beautiful the baby was, I could feel the touches. And I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I should have another one of these. And it was another one of me. And so one of the things that I saw was how awesome I was as a baby and how everybody wanted me and how extraordinary I was and how I am evolving. So right now I am birthing myself, and I'm birthing 2 of myself pretty soon. So this is something where you want to start paying attention to your dreams, look them up, or you can contact me and I can help you with that. And I'm telling you, it is amazing when you start to figure this stuff out. I want to toggle back over, just making sure. Okay, so pay attention to your dreams. I know, right? So Julia's like, you are birthing the next version of you. I agree with you 100%. And here's the other thing, self-acceptance. We have to accept ourselves for who we are, whole and complete, all of us. Whether you've got extra inches on you, you're really thin, you have stuffed blemishes, it doesn't matter, right? Everything about you is whole and complete, and you are perfect. You have to accept yourself 100%. And when you can truly love yourself for who you are, no matter what curve, no matter what dimple, no matter what stretch mark or line or vein or whatever the case may be, right? You are going to be whole and complete with yourself. You can be whole and complete with anyone. And that's the most important thing, is you've got to be whole and complete with yourself. You can't really fully love another unless you fully love yourself. The most important relationship you have in your lifetime is literally with yourself. And a lot of people have horrific relationships with themselves. And I too was one of those people. And I am growing to love myself more than anything in the world. Thank you for the loves on that one. But that is true. Well, Connie said, perfectly imperfect. It's true. And you have to love yourself 100%. You know, when I put on this little dress today, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to show everybody. I don't care. I love it. I love these clothes. I love orange. I love green. So I'm like going to reinvent myself with the oranges and the greens. So that way love is all around me. I feel magical when I look this way. I feel magical when I'm being my true self. And I don't care if somebody's judging me or not, because nobody knows what I know. Nobody knows what I feel, and nobody knows where I've been. So it really doesn't matter, as I don't know where you've been. So it's just amazing how it all works out. I love it. Hey, Kimmy. Oh my gosh, I saw her this weekend. So she's an awesome, amazing woman. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, it's so true. I love the colors, right? All right, so our crystal card is Goddess Ishtar. It's Astrophyllite. It's Daring Rebirth. Isn't that funny? Because I just told you about my dreams. So when you start to pay attention to your dreams and you are accepting yourself and you're living in the world of enchantment, you are literally rebirthing yourself. And that, my friends, is amazing. I love the way I do card readings because the cards never lie. So that's what's happening. We're all starting to rebirth ourselves. Everybody right now is going through a life change. Everybody is coming to an ending. Archangel Michael, and it's Lapis Lazuli. It's the vision. So you're going to see a vision. You're going to see in your mind's eye the vision of what is going on. So you want to call on Archangel Michael to help you to see clearly, to know that you are protected 100%. No matter where you're being called to go, you are right where you need to be. Oh my gosh, you guys, right where you need to be. All right. Oh my gosh, here we go. So the Life Bringer. So here we go. The Life Bringer. I love these fairy cards. Now, my husband got these for me, which I am forever grateful for, because this was the spot-on gift that I've ever gotten from him. And this to me is absolutely amazing. I love these cards. So this is establishment, growth, and fulfillment. This is something where we need to really put our roots down. So when we make this decision to make this new beginning happen, and we're starting to end, you know, what we were at, we're closing the chapter on our past life. Now we're moving forward into this new chapter. You need to establish what it is that you want, where you want to grow, how things are going to happen. You want to know where you're going to be fulfilled. And even if you don't know, if you sit quietly and just meditate and let yourself be quiet, you're going to realize what you truly love and what you've missed for so long. And this is the time where your fairies are telling you, you are right where you need to be. This is where you need to go, and we're going to help you and guide you move forward in your dream and in your journey. And this, for me, when this is coming up, I know that a lot of us are going through, hey, Patty, the same things. So establishment, I'm establishing myself. I'm finding myself somewhere else. I'm growing. I'm fulfilling my journey and my desires, my dreams. It's all starting to happen for me. All right, Blood Month. I love her. She too is phenomenal. She came up a lot yesterday. Blood Month. It's sacrifice, offering, decision. It's like you're making sacrifices. Yes. The comfort of this home. Yes. Huge sacrifice for me. Offerings, decisions. You know, it's like you have to love yourself enough to say enough is enough. It's time to move forward. And the sacrifices that I'm making is huge. They're frightening. They're terrifying. They're scary. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going off on my own. My business is finally starting to take off. It's, you know, instead of freaking out and saying, you know what, I'm just going to stay here because it's easier. I am taking that step forward, that leap of faith into the blank canvas, and I am creating the life that I want for myself. And I can only be happy. And when I'm whole and complete with myself and 100%, then I can continue to have the most extraordinary relationships with others, especially my soon-to-be ex-husband. I will be able to be so friendly and have a great relationship that we'll be able to communicate and enjoy each other's company rather than fighting all the time. So this is something where when you are making these decisions, it is just time to move on. What did you say, Julia? Yes, I so need the assistance of spirit to move forward. Absolutely. Taking that leap is huge. Oh my gosh, Connie, thank you so much. I'm going to have an amazing year, but Connie's having an amazing year as well. So Connie, she's awesome. She does the business. She's our beekeeper. She does 3Bs. So her website is 3Bs.com or .net. 3Bs.net. I have that written down somewhere. She also has a Facebook page. Connie, if you could type that out as well. It's Wellness Rising. But she's a beekeeper, and she has beeswax products, of course, and honey. And I use her deodorant, which I have always had a problem with my armpits. I have been using her deodorant now for about 5 months, and I don't even acknowledge. I don't even know I have armpits. They don't even hurt when I touch them anymore. So being able to use her products, this is something too where it's like I have people coming in my life now where I'm going to be held together through my health, held together through my finances, held together through my sanity, held together through my business, all of it. And it's because I share myself fully with other people, they're able to then to give back to me. And it's just a great way to live. I love it. Okay. And then Wellness Rising Coalition. I know, I should know it, right? But I never wanted to say it wrong. So, but this is something too, where you're learning how to do things differently. And so you can get connected with Connie on Facebook. You can go to 3Bs.net and get connected with her there. It's unbelievable, the products. And the honey is phenomenal. So Connie, I have been doing since we talked on the 26th of February. I think that's when we had our show. I've been doing the water, the honey, apple cider vinegar with the cinnamon. So it helps out a lot. I do that every single morning before I put coffee into my body. So it's good. All right. And then the next one is Elven Touch. It's recovery, comeback, and revival. I had a feeling this one's going to come because this one right here is letting you know that when you finally make that decision and you break the ties and you move forward and you have the new beginning, you are going to be able to heal and recover, and you're going to revive yourself. You're going to renew yourself. You're going to birth yourself. And it's going to be something where, right here, right? These cards never lie. They find each other in so many different ways. It's unbelievable. It's not unbelievable. I don't know. I always say that, but it's always magic to me. So I just love it. Even when I'm reading for the audience, you're going to see yourself in such a way. You're going to be able to move forward and be confident in who you are. It's almost like you are trapped in this dark forest, and all of a sudden it's like all you do is you just are starting to move away the branches, and you're starting to come out from underneath this rock that you've been living under, that you got lost under, and you can start to see the light. Hey, Alana. And then stuff like that is going to start happening, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know this was all here. And it's all been there waiting for you. And all you had to do was take that one step, that one decision to start doing something for yourself. And a lot of times we stay in situations because we don't want to hurt other people. I stayed married as long as I did because I didn't want to hurt my husband. I didn't want to hurt my husband's family. I didn't want to hurt, my son. Well, it's not even that I didn't want to hurt my son. I did not want my son disappointed in me. A lot of times we will stay in situations because we worry about what our children think about us, right? So that's something where when I had the conversation with him, he was like, Mom, you have to do what's good for you. You have to do what makes you happy, and you can't stay in a situation just because of somebody else. So that's something where you know, hey, Muhammad, that's something where I am like, oh my gosh. So it's almost like he was that gatekeeper that I've been waiting for to say, you may pass. And then now when I've made that decision for myself, even though it was terrifying, now I can move forward, and now everything's coming together very quickly. And that's the part that I really appreciate, because I've been here long enough. Now it's time to move. And when you are rapidly moving, that means that it's time for you to get out. If you slow down that growth of speed, that means that you're going to stay stuck in your situation. You're going to convince yourself that, no, you know what, I'm just going to stay here. And that's not the case for me. That's not where I need to be. So now that I've made that decision, it's time for me to go and move quickly. And everything now is coming the way it's supposed to. And that's the part where I am getting myself set up. I am creating this life of mine. You know, I work for a law office that is part-time, where I get to go in every now and again and answer the phones. That's a couple of bucks in my pocket, right? Or maybe that's my car payment. Who knows how often they'll need me. But then also doing my business and coaching people, spiritually coaching people, doing the readings, doing the energy work, because I do the Reiki healing, I do Chios healing, I do a lot of that healing. I work with crystals. There's a lot of things where everything is starting to evolve. The angel parties are taking off like gangbusters. People are contacting me for readings because the readings are just like right on track for who's right in front of me. And every time I read somebody, the cards are always different, and I can hone in on different things on people specifically that I know nothing about. And people are always like, I can't believe you hit it. And I'm always sitting there like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like, who would have thought that I would be sitting in this seat one day, excited, happy, not angry and bitter today. I just want to say today, right? Because I've had to go through some emotions for sure. But today I'm fantastic. Tomorrow I'll be fantastic. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Even though I will allow my emotions to come up, even though I will allow the tears to come up, even though I will allow all these things, it doesn't mean that I'm not strong. It means that I am very strong, because I am vulnerable enough to allow these emotions to come out instead of keeping them buried, tucked down where things are going to be worse. So I've got 10 more minutes on the show, really 9 minutes, right? Well, let's really be clear, 8.5 minutes. So if anybody has any questions for me, you can go ahead and jot it down, or if you want to give me a quick call. Let's see here. I got to move my little BC thing. So it's 347-989-8086. So if you have something for me, if you want to do it, I'm like right here checking the live feed. If you have a question, you want me to pull a card for you, I am more than happy to do that for you. And you guys are amazing. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love and appreciate each and every one of you participating with me and being on the show and listening and hearing. And every week I'm going to feature somebody who I absolutely love and adore and their business. Connie, you are the very first person. So congratulations. Woo! So exciting. But I do have to say, here is, her deodorant. And let me tell you, it doesn't stain. It's amazing. Smells really good. You're not stinky. And not only that, you know what's cool about this? Your pores don't get clogged up. This does not cause cancer, where a lot of deodorants do and antiperspirants do. But you don't actually have to put this on every single day. You can put it on every other day or so, and you're fine. Now, for me right now, with everything coming to pass, I am a little bit more sweaty because I am going through menopause and all that kind of wonderful stuff. But holy cow, about to walk into work, but we'll catch up soon. Oh my gosh, Muhammad is really cool. He is somebody who I read. He came to my house. He won a reading, and he wanted to know if he was going to be engaged. And so I did his reading for him. And it turns out that everything worked out for his highest good, and he's got the gal of his dreams, and she is beautiful. Oh my gosh. So I'm really excited for him. So that is really cool. Yes. This deodorant does not have any chemicals. And she has the deodorant for men too. So this is for women, and then there's the one for men. So it is Be Sweet and Sassy Lemongrassy. So I absolutely love, love, love this deodorant. I also have like a huge jar of honey from her that I use, and I use it in a lot of different things. So if I am cooking, I will use it. I know, he is engaged. I'm so excited for you. So I use it in a lot of different things. So I cook with it. Popcorn, I use, gluten-free popcorn. I pop it in organic olive oil, and then my butter is my organic coconut oil, and then I'll put Himalayan salt on it. And the other day, I mixed a little honey when I was melting down my my oil, my organic coconut oil, and let me tell you, that was a tasty treat. So doing certain things and things that are different for your body. Also, the honey will help you with allergies. It'll help you build up your immune system. It actually helps you to release some weight. I know, honey and weight, I know. But let me tell you, I love it, and it's absolutely amazing. I love her products. It is yummy, I'm telling you. I even do like gluten-free oatmeal. It's by Quaker Oats. It's the brown sugar, and I put in a scoop of my organic coconut oil in there as well. I don't use butter or anything. I use that as well, and it's really, really good. So I've like gotten away from the dairy products. I'm getting away from now a lot of the meats and stuff like that too. So I'm learning to phase myself into a more healthier lifestyle. In my card reading that I did for myself the other day, I was told that it's time to get off the meat and be more of a plant-based person, which is the perfect timing for me because I will be taking care of myself and feeding myself instead of a full family, and I won't have those temptations anymore. And it's time for me to heal my body from the inside out, even more so as what I'm doing. So when you start to do all of these new organic, healthy lifestyle changes, things are going to shift and change for sure. So you guys aren't even going to recognize me in the next few months. You'll hear my big mouth and laugh, of course, but it is unbelievable. 3 minutes and 45 seconds, you guys. So shoot me a question. What do you guys have for me? Shall I pull a couple of more cards? Tell me all. Go ahead and share this. Like it, love it. You guys have done such an amazing job. Let's see, what else? What else do you want to hear? Trying to think. Let's pull a couple more of these. Let's see. I love these fairy cards. They tell you how it is, and they are amazing. I love them. Let's see. I didn't even check to see. Okay. It was fun with Julia called last week because we got to start that whole conversation instead of me just going like right in. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. So we have got the Elf Queen. So this is what she looks like. She's amazing as well. So she is introverted, burden, and responsibility. So the Elf Queen is letting you know that you don't have to take everything else on. Like you have to make some of these decisions. Okay, pull one for me too. So I am pulling them for you guys. So if you guys are sitting here thinking about responsibilities that you have, we have got to start delegating situations, start delegating responsibilities, start delegating certain things. You can't keep taking the burdens all the time on your own. The next one is the Merciful One. She is amazing as well. It's compassion, release, and relief. So once you start to share the responsibilities and the burdens, those kinds of things, you are going to be able to be a little bit more free. You're going to have a sense of relief. You're going to be able to walk better, feel better, wake up with a smile on your face and jumping out of bed like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm ready for this day today, right? So those are the things that you want to start looking for. And the next one is She Who Laughs. Humorous, perspective, and mirth.
90 seconds.
Oh my gosh, we have a minute and a half. So she is somebody where it's like you want to make your life happier, lighter, be in a better situation, even though you're going through a lot of changes, find the humor, find the laugh, find a piece of you where you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, you guys, this is what I'm going through, but I'm still having a good time. And that's something that you really want to hone in on.
60 seconds.
I know, 60 seconds. I can't even believe we're almost done. So this is something that you want to do. So start sharing. Don't take all the burdens. Women especially, we take like the responsibility is always ours. Hey, Lisa, we always do that. And that's something that we want to do, is to allow ourselves to be free. When you share the burdens and you let yourself go, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And when you can laugh and have fun, you act more like a child, and then you can be free in everything that you're doing. You know, you guys are absolutely amazing. I really thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart for being here today, letting me share my story with you. I hope that you feel comfortable enough to share your story with me. You can connect with me at www.justritarealtalk.com, or you can follow me on Facebook, Just Rita Real Talk, or Rita Dolman. I am there for you 100%. So give me a call. I would love to help. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love you. Have a great day. And the show is coming to a close. I ended the episode.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, another successful journey that you are all on, and I cannot wait to rehear it. If somebody has some helpful tips on how to download it, I don't understand. I had to get a new computer this year, and I am not able to download it. So I don't understand what to do. I tried doing the trick that you shared with me, Julia, and it's not working. So for some reason, it's giving me an MP3, and I don't understand what to do with that. So, all right, you guys, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Bye.